So to get started, first of all, you'll need to open up your account, which is an exchange. To do this, there are some hoops we need to jump through. So long gone are the days where we think we can launder money and whatnot in this space. There are two things that we need to fit. There's the AML, which stands for anti-money laundering, and there's also the KYC, which stands for Know Your Client. Now, for you to pass these two things, you'll need a passport, you'll need your driver's license, and you'll need a bill with your name on it to prove who you actually are. So already you can start to see that there's a lot more to do in this space as far as security, as far as knowing who's doing what, and it's not the easiest space if you want to be a naughty boy or a naughty girl. There are some rules that you must fit, and although we don't have a strict set of regulations right now, they are coming, and they may actually be there as you watch this now, because regulation in this space is something that we really truly want. I'm not trying to avoid paying my taxes. I'm not trying to launder money. I'm not trying to do anything at all illegal. You see, my focus is investing and trading. I want to be on the hottest new emerging markets using what I know to work so well, which is trading, to actually take my little stake and grow that for the growth of my family and my investment portfolio. So again, let's touch on what an exchange actually is. An exchange is a place where you can take your local currency, put it onto this platform, and then go ahead and buy your first crypto assets. Whether that be a small percentage of a Bitcoin or whatever it is that you wish to do, you've got to have one of these exchange accounts. So you might have a number of different accounts. You might not just want to work with one, and there's a couple of reasons for that. One is because often when we see the market move, we can only put in a certain amount of currency each day. Now, if you want to get in quick, you might need to spread your money across different exchanges so that you can hit the limits on each of those each day to get your money into the space to buy your assets. The other reason is it's always nice to have more than one option. Let's say I want to take my crypto profits and cash them out into my local currency. Now I can do that across one platform, but if I've got several, I've got much more movement, much more opportunity, and I can start to actually look at what's offering the best rates. It's just simple supply and demand. It's just having options, and we all like to have options. Now that need not be complicated at all. It just requires a strict set of rules for you to follow to make sure that you do things seamlessly and safely. So when going to have an exchange account to bring your money in, there's a couple of things that you need to consider. One, naturally, is how simple can it be? Preferably, you want to have a fairly straightforward platform to work from. I know personally, when I was getting started, there's a lot to learn. It's not overwhelming, but you do need to have the simplicity that makes it doable for you so you don't get frazzled. Therefore, opening accounts that are nice and easy to use and open, and I'll show you in just a moment, is the way forward. It doesn't need to be complicated. Often we as human beings complicate things that don't need to be. And I'm going to show you how to open these accounts. It's very simple, very straightforward, and very secure if you follow a number of key steps. So for me, I know that my first entry into the cryptocurrency space was one with CoinSpot. Now CoinSpot's fantastic if you're for the most part Australian. It's very easy to use. The interface is very simple, very straightforward, and I didn't find too many problems with it at all. They're very secure. Their whole business is built around security, so you can feel quite comfortable in doing so. Now there are some things that you will have to do, and I'll show you. Things like two-factor authentication, which I'll introduce you to shortly. But the long and short of it is it's just an extra level or layer of security to keep your funds and your crypto safe. For anybody internationally, anybody at all, CoinBase is also another great option. Arguably one of the largest cryptocurrency on-board ramps for bringing fiat currency into the space. It has a current valuation of roughly $8 billion US. This is a company that has built the space immensely. A huge amount of accounts, wonderful security, and a very easy to use interface. Once again, very easy to bring your fiat currency in to the space to buy your crypto assets and also to move it back out into real dollars in your local jurisdiction. Again, very straightforward, very easy to use, and a very powerful tool. You will still need to add two-factor authentication to solidify your security in this space, and security, just like with anything, is of utmost importance. We can lose our money personally. We don't want to lose it if someone steals it. So very simple steps to make sure that you're safe. You'll need to follow them. Now, although these exchanges that you may start with may not offer all the tokens or coins that you wish to invest or trade in. And if you're going to take the next steps, and I assume you will, to become a trader, you're going to want to have access to a whole lot more in the space. So it's not just about buying Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple and Litecoin here. We're looking at trading the larger crypto asset community. Sometimes you'll be trading tokens that you don't really know what they do, but you'll be reading the charts with specific entry, stop loss points and targets to make your money. More on that later, but you will need to have more than one exchange. There's a lot of platforms out there, with Binance being one of the major ones. Again, a very simple process to follow. The reason we would have more than one exchange is simply so we have exposure to more token offerings. Now later on, we will show you how you can transfer your tokens, say Bitcoin, from one platform to another. There are some steps to take to make sure that your assets remain safe on the entire journey. So why would we want to be investing or trading in other markets other than the listed Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple and Litecoin? Well, the bottom line is there is much more going on in blockchain than just transactions like cryptocurrency. In fact, there's a huge amount of use cases which we're going to touch on later on, and you're going to learn over time. But what you want to have is access to all. Once again, as an investor, we want to make sure that we don't miss something that's ready to go. And the only way you're going to do this is by having multiple platforms to trade on. An altcoin, you'll hear me phrase this quite frequently, if I'm trading it, if I'm investing in it, you'll have to understand that it's an alternate coin to Bitcoin. So even Ethereum, being the #2 market cap for many years now, to Bitcoin. And when I say market cap, I mean funding-wise, the second largest to Bitcoin. We still call that an altcoin because it is an alternative to Bitcoin, or an alternate token to Bitcoin. So altcoin platforms, they need to be a part of what you do. They are definitely a part of what I do when it comes to trading. I want exposure to all the different tokens that are available, provided they fit my set of rules to trade. Having multiple exchanges just opens up that pool of different products, much the same as if you were to go to a car yard to buy a car. You go to the car yard, you know that this guy is going to sell you this car. You might move to the next one to find a better car, or this particular car yard does not offer this particular brand or make of car. These exchanges we have to move around because not every token is listed on every exchange. So it's a very important progression in your cryptocurrency and crypto asset future.
The Trader Cobb Crypto Show, talking business in blockchain.